Hey everyone, so welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about the Ketu and its photography, whatever that I have just said it, and previously I have uploaded videos and I have replied most of them, not all of them, most of them, because I was really busy with work here. But anyways, so for today's video, I'm going to talk about Ketu, and also I'm going to finish the whole series here, since previously, if you notice, I was doing Ketu through the Nakshatras and all. I have done until the it's not until Taurus Nakshatras. Okay, let me check, but I will get back to that. So I'm going to finish the whole series with the Ketus and what are the photography, the captures that you will get in this life, which is all about your past life gifts and past life accumulated karmas and dharmas in this life that you have, and how you can actually use Ketu's energy for your benefit. So that's the whole thing about this whole video. And also I'm going to explain that Ketu is actually not only Mokshakarka, and also he also represents your, as one way as your ancestors' gift is there for you, if only you know how to use that. So that's the entire video about all of this. So yeah, let's go for the topic of today. For the Ketu series, and the first thing that you need to understand, look, if you want to go and you just want to watch this for your Nakshatras and everything, I am not sure, but that's up to you. But this is the basic things, and I'm going to explain to you what are the things that you need to know before you are getting into your Nakshatras and placements and whatnot. So here's the thing, Ketu represents moksha, but as I said previously, he is also the one who doesn't have heat. And not to forget, the heat is Rahu. So before they were cut off and become the Rahu and Ketu, they are together. So you do need to check your Rahu as well if you are going to study about your Ketu. You can't just simply study just the Ketu and expect a change by doing some kind of remedies just for Ketu. No, it doesn't work that way. Rahu and Ketu always come together, wherever it is. That's why they say that 1-7 axis is very strong for the people who have Rahu Ketu or Ketu Rahu, or in that 1-7 axis, because it's very, very strong. One is none other than their own self, and 7th house is literally whoever coming in front of you, including any species, like literally from the animals, from any humans interaction, strangers that you are even looking at. It's your 7th house. So that is why they say that that placement is very strong to be there. You can literally see people who have Rahu Ketu or Ketu Rahu in that 1-7 axis. They always have that very strong aura and very strong energy within them. And we also have to see what type of Nakshatras is there, and what is their lagnas, and any aspects is there. All of these things you need to understand. So I'm going to start with the Ketu in Ashwini Nakshatra. So Ketu in Ashwini Nakshatra, the first thing is, obviously I have done these videos previously, like very long detailed video, but still I just want to complete here. But I'm just informing all of you that previously I have done the videos, so please go and check that out. So for Ketu in Ashwini Nakshatra, this is going to represent, if you think that your gift is all about being fast, you have so much energy, you have like whatever that represents Ashwini, probably is going to be your worst character. Whatever that Ashwini represents, especially Ashwini itself is ruled by Ketu, so it's like a double Ketu is here. So that is why I'm saying this. So whenever too much energy is coming up together, this is going to represent like a heavy energy. Heavy Ketu energy is here. Obviously, you will have like healing energies, and you may also have if it is in the second house, if there is any combination with Mercury, or there is any conjunction with the Mercury Nakshatras, you have your Lagnas in Mercury or whatever it is, then your speech will be very sharp, which you have to be very careful with that. And also here, Ketu represents you really need to value your time. Your time is very important, especially with the watch that you are wearing. Probably these are the people that I have seen. They don't really have interest into watch, because for them time, even since very young, they will have this tendencies to be very lonely, or they are very aloof, and they definitely have interests like galaxies, or they have interests about astronomy, astrology, all of this. It's a natural interest for you. But this also represents you need to focus on your Ashwini, as I said, horse. So spots, it can represent spots. So just look at where is Mars. If Mars is in water signs or in a soft nature nakshatras, probably you can go for dancing, or you can go for painting, all of this artwork, because it represents more feminine energy. But if you have Mars in a very strong position like Sagittarius or very masculine energy nakshatras, definitely you can get into spots. And also this can also represent archaeologies, as well as you need to look at where is Rahu represents. So that can represent like what are you going to do in this life, why you are here to do it. So Ashwini, Ketu and Ashwini, please go and watch the previous video, you will understand what I'm talking about. So next is Ketu in Bharani Nakshatra. Bharani is all about death and transformation, and look at where is your Venus, because Bharani is ruled by Venus. So wherever Bharani and your Ketu is, that theme is always going to play out in your life for your entire life, not like only for your childhood or your teenage life or your old life. No, this is your entire life. It's going to be happening for until your end. So that's the thing. So Ketu in Bharani definitely represents transformation. Ketu itself is transformation, and Bharani is another transformation. So just imagine how it's going to be. This is your life theme about. Probably in your past life you have already mastered this, or you came here, and transformation is something like, when I say transformation, it's like very intense transformations will be happening in your life, and the art of letting go is very important for you, because or else this is going to be very hard. Ketu can represent cut things off. So whatever that you have, don't get too attached. Detachment is very important here. And also you can go and previously watch the Ketu in Bharani. I have explained that is literally one of my very deep research I have done that. And next it's going to be Ketu in Kritika Nakshatra. So Ketu in Kritika Nakshatra, this is also one of the intense placement, because Kritika is sun, and Kritika also represents cutoff, and Ketu also represents cutoff. So, but the one thing that I have seen with Ketu in Kritika Nakshatra people, wherever it placed, these people naturally will probably in their early life they will have this wishes to have that. For example, if Ketu in 7th house, you will have wishes. You want to have the best partner. You want to have a marriage. You want to have kids. You want to have families. You want to have a big family whatsoever. And then transformation happen in your life. Suddenly this can give the person, especially case in the 7th house, you can see this person naturally just let it go. They don't even look for partners. If it happens, it happens. They just go with the flow. They are not someone who is literally looking for, oh, I'm looking for marriage, oh, I'm looking for a partner. No, these are the people you will see that if it needs to happen, it happens, or else I'm fine by my own. So Ketu here represents this person will definitely learn to love their solitude, first thing. And second thing, this also represents this person, by the time they are growing old, they will be very, very wise. Because Kritika Nakshatra represents fire. And Ketu also represents fire. That is why the Ketu Kuru, the zodiac sign of Scorpio. So just imagine Mars and Ketu is a bit of like similar, but there's differences. So Ketu here represents that fire will turn into very purify the person's life. Wherever it sits, like which house it sits, you will see that changes for sure. And obviously bruises, cuts, scars, it's a story for this person. It's like literally it's there in their life, in their body. They can literally be a very great storyteller. If Mercury is with Ketu here, Mercury Venus, or this conjunction is there, or Mercury Ketu conjunction is there, they will have very good speech. But early in their life, they will have these issues of stuttering or babbling, the issues of with their throat chakra. But the time they are growing old, they will become very wise, and also they are someone who is very sharp tongue, very, very sharp tongue. They can be very blunt, very straightforward, and yeah, that's what creates the Nakshatra. Please go and watch my video previously. I have done that, like a very long video, and I appreciate that. So I have done Ketu series until Ardra Nakshatra. So whoever want to go and watch, if you have any placements from starting from Ashwini to Ardra, I actually have done the videos. There is a full videos there, you can go and check it out. I appreciate that. So yeah, let's go. So next we are going to talk Ketu in Rohini Nakshatra. I have done this video previously, very long video, deep research I have done, and very well explained video. You can go and check it out there. I have done until Ketu in Ardra Nakshatra. So here I'm going to explain just what are the main things. So you can go and watch that video. It's far more well explained there. So Ketu in Rohini Nakshatra. Rohini represents one of the favorite, it is the favorite nakshatra for the moon. So obviously it represents, you need to see where is your moon. But most of the time, even if you have very good exalted moon, you will definitely have mood swings. The mood swings is definitely going to be there, for sure. And it is you in this lifetime that you have to balance it. Always you have to balance it. Ketu in Rohini Nakshatra. And Ketu in Rohini Nakshatra, this can makes you a bit of not respecting your own self-love, your self-care, your beauty. You are not being dressed up. You are not putting that effort. People always say Ketu is like nothing and Ketu is moksha. Yeah, it is, but if you are not like appreciating the gift that you have, which is Ketu, do you think he is going to help you? Ketu is going to help you? Of course it's not. So you need to put effort with yourself, with how the way you look, because Rohini definitely represents that. fashion, the way you dress up, the way you represent yourself is going to make your Rahu works for you better. So this is why there's a say that when Ketu gives you, it gives you like the best of it. So enhance that gift of yours, and that is the main thing that I can say here. So for the more details, you can go and watch that. So yeah, that's for Ketu and Rohini. So next we are going for Ketu in Mrigashira Nakshatra, Mrigashira Nakshatra. I think in this lifetime I'm going to say it like 2 times because I don't really know which one is the correct pronunciation. So yeah, Ketu in Mrigashira Nakshatra. This one also I have done. Please go and watch that whole video because it's my work. And I have done it like very long videos, well explained videos. It's there, so please go and watch that video. So the main thing about Ketu in Mrigashira Nakshatra, stop searching for anything in your life. Whatever means to happen, it will happen. So you don't need to go and search for anything. Stop it. It will come into you. It will come for you. So also Ketu Mrigashira Nakshatra can represent that you will have very good into editing, or you have that media skills that how do I say that? You have that gift of gap if Mercury is well placed. Just like I have seen with the Kritika Nakshatra, yeah. So Mrigashira Nakshatra can also represent that you may have very big goals and you want to achieve it, but the problem is you need to balance the Rahu's energy there. So that's how it will help you. So that's for Ketu in Mrigashira Nakshatra, the main thing. And the next one is Ketu in Ardra Nakshatra. So I have done this very deep, long videos for Ketu until Ketu in Ardra Nakshatra. So please go and check out that video because I have very well explained there and deep research done, and yeah, whatever that you need to know, the gift and what else about Ketu if it is placed in Ketu in Ardra Nakshatra. So Ketu in Ardra Nakshatra, the main focus is obviously transformation, and you are definitely Shiva devotee. It's there for you, so you can't escape that. It's just meant for you to happen. So that's the theme I can think of for Ketu in Ardra Nakshatra. So until here, I have done previously the Ketu series. So now I'm actually going to explain all the other nakshatras that is coming up, which I have done the whole research. So I'm going to tell about it and talk about it. So next is Ketu in Punarvasu Nakshatra. Ketu in Punarvasu Nakshatra can represent your teaching, whatever that you are sharing to someone, including with your friends, even as gossip as it is. Please stay away if it is a bad thing, because that will backfire you, especially Ketu in Punarvasu Nakshatra. That can represent that energy of whatever that you are giving, it will come back to you 10 times more than you ever give, including with the bad energies that you gave up. This is why I say Ketu in Punarvasu Nakshatra, you gotta be very, very careful whatever that you are saying, and also whatever that you talk about, even a simple word, it will come back to you. And here you can see the gift that you may have is Ketu in Punarvasu. Punarvasu means like a blooming, just like Anuradha Nakshatra is a lotus, but Punarvasu is not lotus. So you can see here, by the time that you are growing, if you have any skills that you want to improve, you have to put effort. Ketu here is not, even though you have a gift, For example, if you are a guitarist, like you are very skilled guitarist, you can play the guitar very well in your past life. In this lifetime, you just have your guitar somewhere around your house, or just you are putting that in your cabinet and it's just there. You are not even using it, or you just put it as one of the decoration. Do you think it's suddenly going to work out for you? That's the energy that I'm talking about here. It represents you have to put repetitions again and again and again. You have to put that effort to learn it, or you have to go for the professional classes for the guitar, to learn the guitar, and that's that way you will actually gain all your past life gifts, whatever that skill that you have in your past life, it will come back to you. So that's the energy Ketu in Punarvasu here. Also Ketu in Punarvasu, in this lifetime you may actually be, or you have to be more so a person who is tolerant, even though from the other side you may not receive as much as you give, because in this lifetime you have to give more than you receive. Why? Because in your previous life you already received more than you give. That is the energy Ketu in Punarvasu here. And also Ketu in Punarvasu, you have to see which house it is placed. That way you will see the energy, as I said, what you will give more and what you will receive. If you give like 100%, probably from the opposite of that house, you will receive just like 50% of it. That is a very strong energy of Ketu in Punarvasu here. And this can also represent, it may sound very unfair for you to have it, but as I said previously, you already received it, so in this lifetime it's for you to give it. So look at Rahu's, which house it is in. It will represent what you have to give more in this lifetime. So that's for Ketu in Punarvasu Nakshatra. So next we are going for Ketu in Pushya Nakshatra. Pushya, so this is like a very nurturing, very motherly, we always associate with Komata. Komata means a cow, and the mother cow, how the cow is giving milk for a human without having any kind of how do I say that, without having any kind of limitations or like any kind of like not I would say limitless. That is energy here. So Ketu in Pushya Nakshatra. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know how many people is going to take this in a good way, but Ketu in Pushya Nakshatra, in this lifetime, you have to be the mother. Even though if you are a man, I don't care about gender here, be it man or woman, your motherly nature is there. It's like that's your past life gift that you have. And previously, if you see that Ketu in Punarvasu Nakshatra, I have said this, that you have to give more than you receive. But Ketu in Pushya Nakshatra, probably you will meet a lot of people in this lifetime who don't have a very good mothers, or they don't have that mother figure in their life, or something will have that issues. For sure they will have it. Whoever that you are meeting up in this lifetime, probably they will have it, and you are the one who will be stepping up and giving that nurturing, the motherly energy for them. And this can also represent, previously I said limitless, like there's no limit. And here you need to be very careful with that, because Ketu also like absorb the energies a lot. So this can makes you exhausting, or this can makes you be like tired. Sometimes you just wish, is there anyone to take care of me instead of me, who is always doing it, who is always be the mother, who always be the nurturing one, while others are just receiving. The energy is going to be there. So here, self-love is very important for you. First thing. Second thing, you really need to have that strong boundaries with yourself as well with other people, and how much you are giving. Why? Or else you're keep going to give, but the person who is receiving it may be very ungrateful, or the other person who is going to be take, but there's no give and give. So if there's no give and take, it is going to be very much exhausting for you, for who have Ketu in a Pushya Nakshatra. And also, this can represent, if you have this Nakshatra, definitely please have a hobby, because previously in your life you don't have it. So in this lifetime you have to invest. So look at which house Rahu is in and which house Ketu is in. That house, the energies is very strong that you can see it. You can definitely feel it. You are literally living with it. So you know about what you are giving a lot in this life. You will see that. So please invest yourself with good hobbies. I don't know. You can try about reading. You can try about painting. Anything about art. If you are going for artwork, any kind of traveling, or you are going for some kind of puzzles and games, all of this actually will helps you a lot to keep that balance. And also Pushya also represents that teaching may help you. So if you want to teach for the kids, it's actually very beneficial for you. And also, this can also represent that Ketu and Pushya Nakshatra. The more you are growing, or your belly will be like also growing. So make sure you invest in a very good, healthy lifestyle. So yeah, that's for Ketu and Pushya. So next one is Ketu in Ashlesha Nakshatra. Oh, I love this placement because if this is very well placed, definitely this is very, very, very beneficial for the people. I have seen a lot of people, like so many readings I have seen it, and this is like wow for them. So Ketu in Ashlesha Nakshatra. Obviously, whoever that you are coming to meet up in this lifetime, these are the people who will have interest into astrology or mystics, or you yourself have that interest, but you don't really invest into it. But you have to deep respect. For example, you are watching astrology videos right now. I would say that you are watching this video because you are curious what it is about. You are learning about Vedic astrology, or you are learning about Western astrology, Chinese astrology, all of this. You are curious to know that. So that's why you are like, oh, I want to know about this. I want to know what it is about. So but another thing is, if this is not well placed, you can be someone who talk bad about it, and it will backfire to you. It will come back to you. So, for example, you just go around and you just disrespected someone, or let's just say you go and get a reading, or you get a tarot reading or astrology reading from someone, and you didn't really like it. So you started to say bad things about them to others. Or I had a reading and then this person really not up to my expectations or whatever it is. Probably in your past life, something you did to them and it is coming back to you in this lifetime. That's why you actually can, those readings specifically you just got from them and you dislike it. So there is a very strong karma and dharma there, so you gotta know that. And also Ketu in Ashlesha Nakshatra, please do not wear any kind of jewelries which is not a very quality type of jewelries, because it may gives you skin issues or it may gives you irritations or some kind of allergies. So be very careful with that. And also see which house it is in. Especially in the 1-7 axis, you will see this one. It's a very strong placement to have this. And Ketu in Ashlesha, whoever that you are coming in front of you, they are somehow, one way or another, they are coming into your life to give you that lesson that you gave them in your past life. If you know. So be kind. Ketu in Ashlesha people is actually very kind. I have seen that. But the thing is, don't be too kind and just avoid being very straightforward, because sometimes it backfires you. So Ketu in Ashlesha also represents every time you need to shit you have to remove skin, so you will see the changes from your early life, your teenage life, your mid-20s, and then 30s, 40s, 50s. Everything is different, very different for you. This also goes with your, if it is in the 7th house or 10th house, you will definitely see first house and second house. This can represent the change of career, different source of income will be there, and also you need to always be ready to adapt new things in your life. Obviously, in your first half of your life, you can be very, very attached to whatever that you are doing, attached to have that stability in your life, attached to have that, oh, this is mine and I will have this for the rest of my life. And then can you be like, no, I will take that from you. So always have that let go part in your life. And also, whenever you are getting into a relationship, your partner will be someone who has that very strong energy, who is a believer of feng shui, auto signs, all of this. They do have that. They do have that interest, and they will follow that. So it's their belief. So make sure both of you have that understanding, because this can also represent Ketu in Ashlesha. Sometimes can represent that very hard to have that understanding. Your belief and another person's beliefs can have a clash and issues. So I would say always have that open mind and don't always rush into making decisions, and also don't always be too much suspicious, because Ashlesha can represent that. So if you have too much of suspicious energies, it actually can ruin the relationship. And also Ketu in Ashlesha, you have very strong intuition. Make sure you use it for your benefit. Don't question it. That's for Ketu in Ashlesha Nakshatra. So next one, we are going for the Magha Nakshatra. Since Ketu is actually transiting in Leos for another till next year, upcoming years. So Ketu Magha Nakshatra. Were you some kind of royal in your past life? That's the team I'm talking about. So Ketu in Magha Nakshatra Naturally, you have that sense of very royalty. Even though you just born in a very middle class families, you were born in a very average families. So Ketu in Magha Nakshatra can also represents that. Look at where it placed. So this can represents in your past life you were holding some kind of position, like a very, very strong positions with a title and with the wealth and all of this. And also there's a double Ketu energies here. So you gotta remember it's going to be very intense and very strong. Why? Ketu represents moksha and Ketu also represents the detachment. So here, if you are looking for any kind of a job or title, or you want to be a manager, you want to be a CEO, all of this, don't make it as a goal. I am sounding so disencouraging you, but please listen to me. Ketu here will makes you when you are not looking for it. For example, you just simply made it just one, you just thought, oh, I want to be a CEO one day, and then you just don't focus on that, but you're keeping focusing on to be committed, to be that you just keep on working, and then you forgot about being a CEO and all of this, and then one day Ketu will definitely give that title to you for sure. Ketu in Magha Nakshatra does represents that. And also your gift here, you will see, you will naturally have that leadership skills, that authority. When you walk into the room, they say walk into the room and own it. Yeah, you have that. So always put an effort towards how you look. Your representation is very, very important here, Ketu in Magha Nakshatra. Never ever devalue yourself, never ever disrespect yourself, or never ever talk, especially in front of the mirror, because mirror represents Rahu. So please be very, very careful with that. Do not ever go in front of the mirror crying, or do not go in front of the mirror and say something like that you don't want to say, or disencouraging yourself that you don't look good whatsoever. Do not do that, because it will manifest very fast in your life. And Ketu in Magha Nakshatra also represents whatever you want, you have to put the first step. You can't just sit at one place and then expect the change. No. As I said, you have to put that. If you want it, you just work for it until you forget that you want to be a CEO. Forget about that. But just keep on working. That's the only way you will actually get that. And also, Ketu in Magha Nakshatra, don't get attached to anyone in this lifetime, because I said very heavy Ketu energies here. At one point in your life, you have to be in your solitude. It's there, literally there. It may sound like very scary. It may sound like, oh my God, why? But it's actually for you. It's actually for your own good. When Ketu is actually giving you that, respect it, appreciate it actually. Rather than you look at it as a loneliness, look at it as your solitude. Appreciate it. It's time for yourself. This can also represent Ketu in Magha Nakshatra. You need to know the differences between loneliness and solitude. If you don't even know the differences between loneliness and solitude, it is going to be tough for you to have this Ketu's transformation here. And Ketu in Magha Nakshatra also represents that. There's a certain placements, whichever house, especially 1, 7, 2, 8, 10, 4, 10, all of this houses. This can represent whoever that you are meeting up in this lifetime. They will definitely have that authority, that power over you, or they will have more power than you. Because remember, previously in your life, you are the power. And we never know how you used the power previously in your life. So if something happened in your life, you gotta remember why I am having this in my life. Just think about it. Maybe previously in my life, did something to this person, that's why I'm having it. Yeah, it can be tough. But Ketu Magha Nakshatra can represent, the more you are growing old, the more you will become very, 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 very spiritual. And that is one of the beautiful things about Ketu here. Whenever Ketu in a Ashwini, Ketu in Ketu's Nakshatra, you will always see these people, definitely they will turn into a very better person whoever they was previously. Previously, whoever they was, or they done it, whatever it is, but they will always change into that spiritual person. Ketu will purify them. That's for sure. Yeah, Ketu in Magha Nakshatra. And also, always have that daily life, at least 5 minutes you have to give for your spirituality, for your meditation. When I say meditation here, most of the time people think that, you have to sit and do the meditation. No. For some people, meditation is just literally like dancing. For them, dancing is meditation. So everyone has their own ways. Meditation represents you are literally calm and also focusing on yourself. So that is what you need to have, and also that is what the gift that Ketu is going to give you. The moksha that you are looking for is all about that. So don't look for that power, that authority, that whatever it is. Even though in this lifetime, if it's meant for you, it is meant for you. It's not going anywhere. I can assure you this, Ketu will definitely give that gift of yours for sure. It's just a matter of fact, most of the people don't take that. They are, the same. I believe everyone has gifts in this lifetime, but people are not actually taking out their gift and instantly they are giving back to the God. And that's the energy Ketu Magha Nakshatra here. Your gifts is there, and also one thing, Ketu Magha Nakshatra, if you are doing any kind of prayer, ritual, or you are doing any kind of, especially if you are moving to a new house, please do that vastu. It's very important, and please also be very, very specific what type of prayer that you are doing, like a housewarming prayers you are doing, or any kind of fire rituals that you are doing. Be very, very specific, and we also know what you are doing, because this one represents, Magha also represents ancestors, so you will definitely have that some sort of, it can actually happen very suddenly, like one day your intuition just goes like crazy, and then you just like, I want to do this fire ritual. Actually Hindus do that. In a Indian culture, whenever we are moving to a new house, we will do housewarming, the fire ritual and everything, to yagna, all of this. So if you are doing that, make sure you do your proper research before you are getting into it, because somehow at one point in your life you will actually end up doing what your ancestors were doing, the rituals, the prayers they were doing. It will definitely come up to you, and also you may have very, very strong intuition, including with the vivid dreams. It will come to you because it's one of your gift. So that's for Magha Nakshatra. So next is Ketu Purvaphalguni Nakshatra. Purvaphalguni Nakshatra, Purva means like early victory. Is that all the Purva, whenever Purva is already in front of that, the name is that it is early victory. The victory is always there for you. So Ketu Purvaphalguni Nakshatra, Ketu represents detachment, and also it will actually absorb that energy. So here, it may take time for you to actually achieve something, or you may achieve it in your early life, and then in your old life or in your middle age, you may find it very hard for you to achieve something, or you don't have desire to achieve anything. You just simply go to the work, doing it, and then come back, and you'll be like done. That is one of the energy that Ketu and Purvaphalguni can represent here. And also, Ketu and Purvaphalguni, tantric sexuality. It is very important. This may sound very, very like, I don't know how to say that, but Ketu and Purvaphalguni always like don't look at the sexual energies as a curse, as a disgusting, as something that is lustful or anything, but make sure you really see it as beautiful energy, and also something like I wouldn't say nurturing, but I would say as in respect. Because Ketu here, previous in your life, if you have a good Ketu previous in your life, you would not have these issues. But if Ketu is not very well placed, you may have issues with sexual energies. It may sound very bad, but that's the thing I'm talking about. Tantric sexuality, sexual healing energy, and also there's so many actually sadhanas that you can do, meditations, and all of this you can easily look up. There is that. So this is very important. Your root chakra is very, 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 very important here. Ketu in a Purvaphalguni. If you didn't heal your root chakra, it is going to be very hard for you to actually manifest or even achieve a small goal in your life. Can be very hard for you. This placement. It sounds like a curse, but it's actually not. The moment you, even by doing simple things like yoga, like whatever the exercise you are doing below the waist, it is actually a root chakra healing energy. And Ketu and Purvaphalguni Nakshatra, I would definitely recommend that. Please do it. Because the more you heal your root chakra, the more Ketu is actually being a blessing for you. I don't care Ketu is actually in a very bad placement or in a bad aspect, whatever it is. But the moment you do that root chakra, healing your root chakra, Ketu is going to help you. Ketu is going to give the blessings for sure. For this placement, Ketu in a Purvaphalguni. That's the main thing. The gift is there for you. So heal your root chakra. Your main focus, the main theme is your root chakra. That's the thing. That's the theme about Ketu in a Purvaphalguni Nakshatra. So next one is Ketu in a Uttaraphalguni Nakshatra. Uttara means later. Literally. Purva is early. So Ketu in Uttaraphalguni Nakshatra. Previously, I said for the Purvaphalguni, I said for the root chakra, you have to heal the root chakra. And here, Uttaraphalguni, for Ketu in Uttaraphalguni Nakshatra, you have to focus on your crown chakra. It's like two. One is like below the waist, and another one is up here. So it's like two things. So Ketu in Uttaraphalguni Nakshatra, you have to focus on your crown chakra. You have to heal your crown chakra. You can definitely start with the yoga. Ketu also represents yoga, and healing the main thing. I wouldn't say the first thing. The main thing is definitely crown chakra, and it will actually help you aligned. And Ketu will turn into a very beautiful blessing in your life for Ketu in Uttaraphalguni. And Ketu in Uttaraphalguni also represents that the energy that you may have, it will be very, I don't want to say gullible, but it's like the childish kind of energy, not immature, but childish kind of energy can be there. Especially if this placement is in a 1-7 axis or 2-8 or 4-10, this type of energies, 6-12, this placements, like especially this 1-7 axis, I would say whoever that you are right in front of them, because 7th house, 10th house represents whoever that you are coming right in front of you, then kind of a childish energies, you will see it, and it may sometimes irritates you a lot, but I don't want to sound bad, but previously in your life you may have been that. That's why in this lifetime you are actually feeling this type of people in your life. So Ketu in Uttaraphalguni Nakshatra can represent that, and also Ketu in Uttaraphalguni, somehow it is coming into the zodiac of Leo. So make sure there is a sun, and also try to enhance sun's nakshatra in your chart. Why? That's the light that is going to help Ketu to bloom. And also, this can also represent that you need to be very, very action-oriented person. Look at where's your Mars. It can show you what type of action and things that you can do. So Ketu in Uttaraphalguni, the theme that I can actually say is work hard instead of work smart, because here work smart, it's not really for you, it's work hard for you. And also, whenever it comes to certain things like you are into medias, you need that limelight and all of these things, do not ignore it, do not back away from it, because it is mean for you, it is really mean for you. So when it comes to you, take it as a blessing and enhance it, because Ketu is literally giving you the gift from your past life. So it is all about that. And one more thing about Ketu in Uttaraphalguni is keep a portrait of your picture, whatever picture that you like of yourself. Right? Print it and frame it and put it at the east facing side. It is actually one of the blessings, but please look at where is your sun, and also if there is no any bad aspects there, most of the time this actually works, whatever that I just told you now. And also the gift of yours is actually to accept the light wherever sun is. It is going to give that light to you, and you need to accept it. And also Ketu in Uttaraphalguni, as I say, heal your crown chakra. In that way it will actually enhance your intuition more strongly and more aligned with your Ketu, and Ketu will actually shows you your path and helps you to attain that moksha in this lifetime. So that's for Ketu in Uttaraphalguni Chitra. Next one is Ketu in Hasta Nakshatra. So Ketu in Hasta Nakshatra. This can represent your healing energy, also can represent your exhausting view. Our hand is very important and Hasta represents hands. So Ketu in Hasta Nakshatra, you may have scars on your hands. And look at your feet. So hand and feet is very important. Like just imagine Ketu sitting on your palm here, and how you will use that energy. So that's the type of energy here, Ketu in Hasta Nakshatra. So previously you may have a gift of painting, of something to do with the artwork and everything. But in this lifetime, to have that gift, you need to invest first. Which means you may be a great painter in your past life, but in this lifetime, you don't even have interest at all, or you never even tried at all. So how do you think Ketu is going to give that gift? Unless you really have that some kind of any yogas forming there, like suddenly one day you woke up and then you just go and get a canvas and you started painting, and then boom, you overnight you just become a painter, you become famous. That one is mostly Rahu's energy, like overnight fame. All of these things is actually Rahu's energy. So Ketu is not really like that. Ketu actually needs to put that first step. You need to put that first thing to do. You need to practice first. Ketu also represents practice, and also Ketu also represents consistency. So you need to have that. Even if it's a gift from you from a past life, you have to start doing it. Whatever it is, be it painting or some kind of green jewelries or writing, you definitely have to start that. Then only it will works for you slowly. You become very skilled person into whatever that you are putting that energy. That's the only way Ketu is actually going to help you. Ketu in Hasta. And also Ketu in Hasta can represent, as I said previously, the healing energy that you have is you are giving to someone else. For example, you are giving a head massage to someone, and then you are actually taking their energy, you are actually taking their pains. So that is why I say be very careful with who you are giving that energy, because it's very important for you. Especially this placement, yes, you will need to have that. So Ketu in Hasta Nakshatra can also represent that you can get into Ayurvedic, or you can get into there's one thing, what is that, massage therapy, something like that. If you have the interest, you can actually try. There is one sort of a gift for you, that is that. And also Ketu in Hasta Nakshatra, whenever you are wearing a watch, make sure you are wearing your watch on your non-dominant hand. For example, if you are a right hand person, you wear it on your left side, left hand. If you are a left hand, wear it on your right side. So that's the energy I'm talking about here. So Ketu in Hasta represents that you need to always like work on your non-dominant hand side. For example, if you're brushing your teeth and you're using your right hand, normally right hand, try to brush it with your left hand. Use your non-dominant hand. That is another way for Ketu to enhance here. And another thing with Ketu and Hasta, whenever you are writing any mantras, for example, Hanuman Chalisa, you are writing Hanuman Chalisa, or you are writing Hanuman mantra, always see which day, which nakshatra it is transiting, and also see where is your fifth house, and if it is that fifth house nakshatra or zodiac sign is there, you can literally count there and see it. Make sure you start from there. It will work for you, and also see which yoga and days. So make sure you check on that, because if you started in a very wrong day or in a wrong timing or whatsoever, it may not work for you for Ketu Hasta Nakshatra. So be very, very specific with whatever that you are writing. It will manifest in your life. So it is actually one of the manifestations, but you need to do it again and again and again until it works. So trying to finish this video in one sitting. Hopefully I can do this. Let's go. So Ketu in Chitra Nakshatra. So Ketu in Chitra Nakshatra. Chitra Nakshatra, I would definitely recommend this. Please go and treat the Lord of this Nakshatra, who is the architecture of the god. And he also has his own stories. That's why I say go and read. And also there's someone who have commented, why can't you go and tell the story? Why you don't talk about the stories? This video itself is already like 49 minutes now. I'm talking here, sitting here for 49 minutes, and you want me to tell about the story. Seriously? You could have said I should do another video, but seriously, tell about the story. Why? Why can't you just go and read? I will try to do that another video. I'm still not ready to be a storyteller right now, because I am trying to focus to finish my research and be like presenting to you and teaching you. So yeah, that's the thing. Ketu in Chitra Nakshatra. Your expression holds the story, and your expression is your gift. You know, they say the resting of beefies, that's one of your gifts for Ketu in Chitra Nakshatra. And also this can represent for Ketu and Chitra and also Swati Nakshatra. Most of the time you can see the similarities there. Even though the Lord is different, but you can see the similarities, what I'm talking about here. So here, Ketu Chitra, you are the people who can actually see another person's potential more than they do, or they don't even know their potential at all. And you are the only one who can actually see that. But here's the thing, you will help them, you will let them know, you will literally like helping them to see their potential. But you know what happened? This is the placement that will actually shows. They will take all the credits for whatever that you are doing and ended up never mentioning your name at all. If If you have experienced this, please let me know in the comment, because I do read your comments. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Just because I can't go and like all the comment all the time, please. I'm not in social media all the time. I just post a video. I do have life to live on, so yes. But I do appreciate the comments that I receive. I do read. So, Ketu and Chitra. These are the things that you will experience in this lifetime. And another thing about Ketu and Chitra Nakshatra, previously you would have that very talented, you are very skilled person, you are someone who you may actually ended in your past life to be someone who's very legacies. You may have that, but in this lifetime you are here to help people to achieve their legacies. It may sound so harsh, but that's the thing. Ketu and Chitra Nakshatra can represent you need to actually have other people. You literally came here to help other people more than yourself. There's another one more saying. For the people who can see the potential of others may not see what is their own potential, and that you, for the people who have Ketu and Chitra Nakshatra, suits very well. It's like the gift that you have is you can see other person's potential very well, but you can't see your own potential yourself. Especially this is in 1-7 axis, it is very strong. And 4-10, because 4-10 is represents your career and home. Literally, if you have in a good placement for the 4th house, then definitely your family would be very supportive. If it's not, then I'm so sorry. There will be no support for you. You have to put your own effort. If you have very good Mercury, seriously, Mercury, your friends, your siblings. If you have Mars, Mercury, and Jupiter, your teachers. If you have any of this planet, Venus, you have in a good placement. I mean, whatever that planets represents. Venus, your partnership, your partner will see your potential. Mercury, your friends will see your potential. Your siblings, Mars, so your siblings can represent, they can see your potential. But the thing is, Chitra also represents Mars energy is there. So the stubbornness is going to be there. Right. Listen to them. I wouldn't say listen to them and then blindly follow them. No. Take their words and then think about it. Or for example, you can't see yourself as someone who's a public speaker, but your siblings, for example, you have very good Mercury Mars placements, or you have very good Jupiter placements. Your teacher is saying, probably you should try to improve your communication skills. You should try to put effort into learning language, or you try to put that learning more communication skills and also enhance your voice, all of this. But you are very afraid, or you because you can't see your own potential, right? So obviously we will have that doubt, that self-doubt can be there a lot. And if this type of example that I'm actually giving the example, and what you need to do is probably just take up the advice and then try it. I would say as in try a new language, or try to speak up in front of the mirror, because mirror represents Rahu. So try to work on it. You doesn't need to be in top. One day you just woke up and then go straight talk to the public. No. Work slowly and also work silently. Why? Mars here can be quite aggressive, and Ketu also can be aggressive. So when two planets is coming together, so it can be intense here. So that's why I'm saying this. So this can represent that the skills that you have, it may take time for you to actually achieve it, but it will give you great results, like really very good results for you. And who knows, probably in this lifetime also you can create another legacies. So that's another thing that Ketu in Chitra Nakshatra can represent. But one thing you always need to remember is your gift is you can always see the potential of others and you are here to help them. So please go and help them and be very, very mindful with your criticism, because you don't want to give destructive criticism and destruct someone's confidence. So it will come back to you. So be very careful, because here Math, as I see, Ketu's energy can also make you reverse back and hit you. So that's one thing. And whenever you are giving that criticism, think about it. The right word, use the right word to give that criticism to others. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. That's it. Don't say it. So Ketu in Chitra Nakshatra can also represent, you can have that very good taste, but you can be actually food critic, food reviewer, or something related to the food. Same goes with the Kritika Nakshatra. Yeah. So Ketu Chitra Nakshatra can represent, you really need to learn the art of speaking or the art of writing to deliver your criticism into a constructive criticism rather than destructive, because that is your gift, to help people, to construct them, to give them confidence. Just change the camera's battery and my light is need to be charged, so I'll just change to the ring light now. But still, as I said, I'm going to finish this in one sitting. That's it. Okay. So let's go for the next one. Ketu in a Swati Nakshatra. So Ketu in Swati Nakshatra. Swati actually falls in actually Libra. So here, you are the people who will have a very good negotiation skills. But let's just say if you don't have experience and you didn't even try to gain any experience, or you didn't even try to do any negotiation, any marketing, any sales, you are not even into that, and you think that you can do that. Suddenly one day you woke up, no, it's not in that way. Ketu here, Ketu always requires to invest into that skills, to have that commitment, to practice that. Ketu is also represents practice. That's why they say practice meditation, practice spirituality, practice to do all of this yoga, all of this. It is actually Ketu. So it is one way of Ketu, not just Ketu. So Jupiter also can represent that, and also can represent all the other things that we need to look at. But mostly moksha, it is Ketu. So yeah. So Ketu in Swati Nakshatra. Here you can have, as I said, negotiation skills is naturally is there for you, but you need to look at what are the aspects that you have. For example, you have harsh aspects from Saturn, and your negotiations may not work for you. Whatever that you try to negotiate, even you go to the market and you want to buy tomatoes, you try to negotiate with the seller will get frustrated and just increase the price. It happens. That's why I am even talking about it. Whenever this placements, and then you know how the clients will come and tell the stories, and then they will laugh themselves. This is what happened, but it's funny. But the reality is that. So Ketu in Swati Nakshatra, this is what I'm talking about. You need to improve the negotiation skills, and Also, your persuasion skills, because negotiation and persuasion is actually come hand to hand by hand to hand. So it's like a two-in-one thing. You need to learn how to do the sales, marketing, or if you want to sell a product, or if you are not even into that field, whatever that you want to have in your life, you have to negotiate. There is no other way for you to have that. For example, you want, as I say, you want to purchase something. So negotiation is there even in your daily life. So you need that. Since you have Swati here, just let's say you have that first step, the skills is already there from your past life. So Ketu is like waiting for you to actually enhance it, to practice it, or actually to even try it as the first thing. Ketu is like waiting there for you to actually do the negotiation or bargain the price for whatever it is. Until you didn't try it, he is not going to help you. So your gift is actually negotiation. So Ketu Swati Nakshatra can also represent if ever you have interest in business. Make sure you always look at your Mercury and also Saturn, because Saturn represents the longevity. How do we say that? I think I forgot English. Oh my God. I'm changing the word. The commitment. How do I say that? The long term. Okay. Let's keep it as long term. I can't pronounce that word. Ketu and Swati Nakshatra. So, you have to see the Saturn, where is Saturn and how long your business can go, and is it going to be long term, short term, and Mercury naturally represents business. That's why I say you have to look at this placements. But most of the time, Ketu and Swati Nakshatra can represent you may have natural interest into business, you want to do a business, even as a small business. You may have that interest. So enhance it. So learn about it. You don't need to go and do a degree or master in that, but probably you can just learn by yourself. Ketu and Swati Nakshatra can also represent you can actually self-mastery. You can learn the skills just by yourself, or even just by reading the books and by yourself, discipline yourself, study just by yourself. This can represent that. And also, whenever you are looking at someone else's business, you will always have that gift of intuition. If they put this effort, or if they change this, or if they do something, what they need to do, which they can't see, but you can see it. So you can help them by telling them what they need to do in their business to improve their business. And same goes with this. Whatever that you can see for others, you may not see for yourself. If you start a business and it is going like fine, like average, no up, no like a very high peak success, not like a very low point of like going down or anything, but it's going like average. Obviously, you want to have that improvement, right? You want to see the changes. You want to have that achievements after achievements. But you can't see it. You can't see it for your own business. So if you have good Mercury here, probably your friend will come and tell you, maybe you should just change this logo, or you just change this packaging. If you are doing some kind of for example, soap business, you are doing soap business, and then the packaging seems like very simple, but your friend will come and giving you that advice. Probably you can try some a bit of designs or some kind of fancy things, whatever it is. But you were like self-doubting it. If you have good Mercury and Mars, just look at that, and then Jupiter, probably you should accept the advice, because as I said, you can't see your own issues within your business, but you can always see issues, what is going on with other people's business. You can help them. So when you need help, always look at Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, because for each planet represents each person's, like Venus represents relationship, your partner. If you have good Venus, your partner will actually give you the advice, give you the ideas. If you have good Mercury, Mars, your siblings, your friends will actually give you that advice, or probably you should do this. And it works for you. It actually works for you if it's a very well placement. So always look at that. Venus, Ketu in a Swati Nakshatra always represents that, because Swati is actually naturally represents social circles, and Swati also represents like working in a team. So in a previous life, you would have worked in a team, and yes, in this lifetime, if this is a very good placement of Ketu, whoever worked for you in your previous life, they will definitely come in this lifetime to help you out. That's for sure. And that's for Ketu in Swati Nakshatra. So let's we go for the Ketu in, where am I? After Swati is what? Vishaka Nakshatra. Okay, Ketu in Vishaka Nakshatra. So Ketu in Vishaka Nakshatra. Vishaka Nakshatra represents duality, and Ketu represents extreme of both sides. Be it on the right side, be it on the left side. Both sides, it's always extreme. And Vishaka is Jupiter's Nakshatra. So here, Ketu, if Jupiter is well placed, this can represent very good research. Very good. You can be your own research. You don't need to go to build a team or anything, because Vishaka represents, as I say, extreme duality, and also can represent work by yourself. Don't look for the team. Previously, if you look at Ketu and Swati Nakshatra, just the previous Nakshatra, it means teams. This person, the Swati Nakshatra represents like social circles and everything. But here, Ketu and Vishaka Nakshatra, even though in a Libra, I would say don't go for the team. Always work by yourself. And also, Ketu and Vishaka Nakshatra, you will have that extreme duality, extreme personality of both sides. And for good or bad, I don't know, we have to look at your Ketu placements, the aspects, and if Jupiter is in a good placement and all of that. But Ketu here always represents you have that very good, strong personality to actually represents yourself very well towards the public. Especially if this in 4th and in the 4th, 10th house exists. You can see that. Why? This is actually one of the placements that you can see for the politicians. Vishaka Nakshatra and Jyeshtha Nakshatra. Jyeshtha Nakshatra, yeah. Because this is falling like under the Scorpio, which is the deepest water, dark water. And this can also represent, in your personal life you can be very different, but in your public life you will be a completely different person. But here's the thing. Ketu here will make you someone who is like very goal-oriented person. And Ketu here is actually will help you, but I don't think you didn't master, you didn't skill, or you didn't even have that represents yourself very well to the both sides. Ketu is not going to be very nice with you. It's going to be very hard. And as I say, you have to see which Nakshatra Jupiter is in. Because obviously that Nakshatra, wherever Jupiter is placed, that house will have duality as well. And Ketu Vishaka Nakshatra, your gift is to research, to represent something by yourself, to the public, or whatever that you want to represent it is. You have to do it by yourself, and you have to as in a word, I would say you don't trust anyone. You better don't trust anyone, because the credit will goes to that person if that person represents your work. Even though they were trying to help you, genuinely they were trying to help you, but they will get actually that recognition more than you. So it's better for you to actually present that work by yourself. And Ketu in Vishaka Nakshatra, always, never, ever disrespect any teachers, any gurus, or any kind of person who is giving the knowledge. Especially if you have Jupiter in a retrograde position, you gotta be very careful. Why? It will backfire you. The moment you say the word, even it doesn't need to be like in a public space, or you need to be like loudly saying it. Like even like you were gossiping about it to your friend, and you were saying, oh, this person doesn't even know how to teach, this teacher is not even good at all. Whatever that you are saying, it is actually coming back to you. Someone else will actually point you and say, oh, you are not even good at this, why are you talking about it? Or someone will be like pointing finger at you and be like, you don't even know how to study this, you don't even know how to do research, or whatever that you, especially whatever that you are representing, as I say, whatever that you are representing, it will like bad criticism will come back to you if you give bad criticism. So I would say refrain yourself. If you have nothing good to say, better don't say it. We just follow that one. It's easier, right? And also, Ketu and Vishaka Nakshatra can also represent if wherever you are telling, you can be actually a great storyteller. But here's the thing. Make sure that story is true. Make sure that story is actually not one-sided. Always get to know the other side as well. Always listen to the both sides, two sides. Because the moment you support only one side, the truth will be different. Whatever that you are supporting will be wrong. So you can be actually very good judgment. You have that very good judgment skills. Ketu can give you that, but you have to face that wrong judgment, wrong dealing, wrong kind of says that you just utter, you just gossip about it, and then it backfires you. So from that you will learn about it. And also, Ketu in Jupiter, cut and bruises, it's like a usual thing in your life. It's just that you can't do anything about it. And another one thing about Ketu and Jupiter, why I'm saying that you gotta be very careful with your words. It can be very harsh sometimes, especially with your close ones. If this is tightly conjunct with Ketu is conjunct with Mercury, you can see. I mean, for those who have this Mercury Ketu conjunction and it is in a Vishaka Nakshatra, Ketu in Vishaka Nakshatra, definitely these people experience some verbal arguments, verbal disagreements, and then debate all of this. So that's why I say always do your research before you go into that argument to make that varied speech of yours. And also Vishaka Nakshatra then also represents that we don't expect for much of recognitions or much of I would say that don't put so much of expectations into anyone or anything. Instead, just go with the flow. Just do your work, and it will come to you. The revelation that you deserve, it will come to you. Rather than you focus doing it as for the recognition, instead doing it because of your passion. You have interest in that. Ketu and Vishaka Nakshatra also represents you must have very good interest into whatever that you are doing. If you don't have interest, these are the placements that I can assure you, these people cannot do it. These people can't even pretend. It's like literally on their face, it will show that they don't have interest at all. For example, you just send someone who don't even like dancing, they don't have interest in dancing, and you just send them into a dance class. What do you expect? Nothing. It's not going to work. Obviously, they are going to find it very hard to learn, and they also will make the environment and the environment is hard for other people as well, because their frustration can come out like bursting out like that, and the consequences will be very bad. That's one of the example that I'm giving. So that's why I say always know your interests, invest in your hobbies, learn what is your interest, what is your not interested, what do you want to learn, why do you want to learn. Ask yourself. Actually, by asking yourself, you will actually know what you exactly want. Because Ketu and Vishaka Nakshatra can question yourself. It's a very good way to actually understanding yourself very well. So that's for Ketu and Vishaka Nakshatra. The main thing I have to tell you. So yeah. The next one is Ketu in Anuradha Nakshatra. Ketu and Anuradha Nakshatra. Anuradha is lotus, blooming lotus. And who is sitting in that lotus? Goddess Lakshmi. So, Ketu and Anuradha Nakshatra. I can assure you, not only Ketu and Anuradha Nakshatra, most of the planet, even Pluto, like outer planet, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, it always has this thing that whatever this person's want, need, or the desire for it, you gotta like wait for it. Because lotus, it comes from the mud, like under the water. It actually grow from under the water, from under the dirty water, mud water, and then it will just grow up. And then when it just blooms, it's a very beautiful lotus, like very beautiful lotus. And there is the goddess Ashwini. So what does it represent? It represents that you need to work without reward, without anything. Sometimes I have seen these people who have Ketu and Anuradha Nakshatra. Have you heard this issues that some people work without salary, some people work without any kind of recognitions, some people will take their work and then they will gain the recognitions, and even though this person claimed that it is my work, but still they won't get the recognitions, and these people will work for the less pay. These are the people who will work for they will do more, but they will the reward that they get is something not for how much they have put that effort. This is the placement. It sounds so sad, it sounds so bad, but Ketu represents your past life. So just so you know what was in your past life. And in this lifetime, Ketu in Anuradha Nakshatra, you will have actually very good friendship unless this Ketu have some kind of a bad aspect, or you gotta need to see Anuradha when it comes to Anuradha. Just look at the Mars, Saturn, more than any other planet. It will literally shows you what type of friendship that you actually gain from your past life. Is it good enough for you to have it to reap that reward in this lifetime? Or else you will be that friend of everyone, but you don't actually have anyone as a friend. Or people will actually ditch you, will literally take everything from you, but you gain nothing. As I said, you are still under the mud water, and you are blooming, and then once it's just come rising from the dirty water. That's literally the Anuradha Nakshatra. That's what it represents. So somehow your life will be that friendship, and also Ketu in Anuradha Nakshatra can also represent which house it is in. For example, Ketu in the 10th house in Anuradha Nakshatra, Rahu is in the 4th house. What does it represent? Most of the friendship, if it is a well placement, most of the friendship that you will meet is actually your co-workers, your boss. I mean, we see it, right? Like, boss is a very friendly person and very good. You do have very good person. So, by that way, your boss actually do see your work and appreciate it. See how it works. But if it's a bad placement, everyone actually gives you, like, your workload is like increase, but no one is actually like. Do you know that I forgot that movie, but there's one movie. She will be working in the office, and every day she will have like a lot of workload. Everyone will come and give her the documents, like, it's going up, piled up, and then she will do all the work until she is like completed. Then only she will go back home, and she will be the last one who leaves the office late at night. And then early morning she will come early, and then she will finish the work. But the point is, nobody knows even her real name. Nobody even acknowledge her as a human. And then one day, she actually got a very good job offer. Someone at a place that pays for her real skills. And guess what? She actually gave that resignation letter. And until then, they still don't even bother. They will be like, "Oh, you are resigning?" She was actually giving them I think 1 month, they have that term. But the moment she gave the resignation letter, the boss was very rude to her and very, very mean to her. And then she was terminated within 24 hours. And she left. Then, the next day, the whole office was like chaos, because the person who was actually doing the work was not there, and everybody was going like, "Oh, where is she? Who is she? What happened to her?" And then they were looking for her to do the work, and she already go. Finally, she get the job. It's like blooming. The lotus is like bloomed, and beautifully, it's just like the petals are very beautiful. Often she just go to a place that she deserves, and she get that pay. And guess what? The boss actually called her, and then tell her, "We are taking you back." And then she's like, "I didn't ask for it." And they were begging her to come back for that old job for the same pay. And then she's like, "I'm getting paid here 3 times more than whatever they paid me." Guess what? They are still ungrateful. They were telling her that nobody's there for them to do the work that like she does. And there she actually said, Well, you deserve it. When I was doing it, nobody is acknowledging me. Nobody even looked at me. So this is the team that example that I just gave you will happen in a Ketu Anuradha Nakshatra people. It's always there that viewing part will always happen. If it doesn't happen in your life, wait. Because Anuradha also can represent delayed. I wouldn't say delayed, I would say wait. What's meant for you, it's meant for you. It's just that you just have to go with the flow. And also Ketu Anuradha Nakshatra, this can also represent you need to embrace your solitude. If you look solitude as loneliness, then it will be loneliness. And it's hard for you. You will become miserable and it's hard for you to go on in life. Because who knows, previously in your life you actually have everyone and you didn't even give time for yourself. You don't even have that space for your own self. That's why in this lifetime it is given to you to have some time for yourself. Appreciate yourself. That is one thing about Ketu Anuradha Nakshatra represents. And Ketu Anuradha Nakshatra represents when you are doing it for someone, make sure you are receiving the equal amount of commitment and loyalty from that person. If you are not giving that commitment and loyalty, then you don't expect. It's not going to be that way. It's going to backfire you. Because Anuradha represents strong commitment, strong loyalty, and also it represents like long term. Anuradha represents long term. So that's one thing that you really gotta understand about that. And your gift, as I see friendship, if it is in a retrograde position, like Saturn in a, if you have any planets with Ketu is always retrograde. Ketu Rahu is always retrograde, so don't confuse it. So, but if any other planets like Saturn is retrograde as well, this can actually mixes all the qualities that I've seen. It will goes like on the opposite direction. In the friendship, you may have not a good friendship with anyone, but it will come. The good friendship will come, but later in your life. As I said, you have to wait. And Ketu Anuradha Nakshatra also represents, even though it's in a retrograde position, please be loyal and committed with whoever the person you are, including with your friendship, with your family, with your siblings, even with your neighbors. Because I've seen Anuradha, especially Saturn in a retrograde position, Anuradha Nakshatra, but in a retrograde position, commitment phobia, or I would say the fear of, this person will have fear of commitment. Obviously, whatever that Saturn represents, this person have fears of that. And also that can have that laziness come up, or can have that oh yeah, I will do it later, or can you do it for me, but you didn't a fair share of your work. So please don't do that, because I can assure you, more than any other nakshatras or whatever zodiac it is, Scorpio is the one that is very much known to have that backfire issues. So please be very, very careful with that. You don't want to do that. Ketu Anuradha, your team, your gift itself is be loyal, commitment, and friendship. That is what you actually here to give to others. You can't expect much, but you have to give. Ketu is all about giving, and when you deserve it, you will actually get it back. That's the energy of Ketu in Anuradha Nakshatra. So next one is Jyeshtha Nakshatra. Ketu in Jyeshtha Nakshatra. So, Ketu in Jyeshtha Nakshatra can represent you have that power, you have that authority, you are the leader. Maybe who knows, probably you were the general of the army or soldier in your past life. And in this lifetime, you are born with that qualities. So what do you think? What do you expect it is going to be? So you are here to teach other people to take their leadership, to own their leadership skills. And also, you are the person who can see another person's leadership or their qualities to have that leadership skills. Do they have it or they don't have it? Or you are the person who can actually boost someone's confidence, not in a wrong way, not like boosting their egos. No, you actually can boost someone's egos. Like this person is like no motivation at all. They don't have motivation at all. They feel like life is not going anywhere. Sometimes they don't feel like they want to even continue it. You are the person who actually has that gift to actually encourage that person in a good way. If there is a bad aspect, then yes, this can be destructive motivation, or like they say, toxic positivity. That can happen here in Jyeshtha Nakshatra, Ketu in Jyeshtha Nakshatra. So be very, very aware about that. Be the sunshine, not the toxic positivity. So you gotta be very careful. You can't be positive all the time. Sorry, we can't have it. We are humans and we also have, you also have face. That's our own mind and emotions. So there are days that, we have bad days, not a bad life. So same goes with displacement. Ketu in Jyeshtha Nakshatra can represent that. So you need to learn to have, you need to learn to know the differences between toxic positivity and generally being positive. So that's the thing. And also, Ketu in Jyeshtha can represent whenever you are working or you're working in a team, you are given a task and you are supposed to do in a team. Most of the time, you are the one who is going to do most of the job, most of the work. Why? Because previously you already have that gift of leadership. Previously you already have that gift of being the general. But in this lifetime, you are not going to take that up. You are actually going to give or encourage someone else to take the leadership, and you are actually guiding them, or you are actually just stay behind the scenes. Ketu in Jyeshtha Nakshatra can represent BTS, behind the scenes person, especially in the 12th house. Why? 12th house represents behind the scenes. Most of the time, if you see people who have sun in Jyeshtha Nakshatra in the 12th house, or Ketu in the Jyeshtha Nakshatra in the 12th house, these are the people who can have actually very good spiritual life. And these are the people who will be very like monk life, and but they won't even say it, they won't even show it, but they will teach someone, like in a small group of people, and they will make sure that people is going out and then spread the knowledge to others, but they will stay at that same place. That is the energy of Ketu in Jyeshtha Nakshatra people. So always know the differences between behind the scenes, and also when you have to take that limelight, take it. I wouldn't say no, take it. But when it comes to you, by itself, take it. You doesn't need to go and create that limelight. Most of the time, if you look at me, I'm actually doing this video, I'm uploading this video. I am actually putting myself into public and teaching the public, and I'm spreading the knowledge because it's one of my placement. But your placement is actually teaching in private, and your students is actually going out and giving away that knowledge. So do you understand how this energy works? That's the energy of Ketu, Jyeshtha, Chitra. And one day, people acknowledge you because they were asking your students, like, where did you learn this? And they will be like, oh, this person, this is my guru. And they will be like, this person, this is the person who, so we want to interview you. They were asking you for the interviews, and you were like, okay, let's do this. So did you see the limelight is actually coming to you? That's the energy of Ketu here. And also another gift that you will have is in this lifetime, whenever that you are putting effort into your look or into the way that you look, always make sure to put effort of whatever shoes that you are wearing, because shoes represent Saturn. And also if you are buying shoes, make sure you are buying when Saturn is in a good position in your chart, transiting in a good position in your chart. If not, ask someone else to buy shoes for you, whoever that you trust, your best friends, your family, or whoever it is, because that will actually help you to have the right path. It will show the right path, the metaphor of it for the shoes. And also another thing with the Ketu in Jyeshtha Nakshatra is when someone can take, some people can have that fear energy. They are not really very strong. They are not someone who's like having that leadership skills. They are the most fearful person, and you are here to actually stand up for them, to actually supporting them, to how do I say this? To, for a cause, you are standing up for a cause, like bravely. Ketu, Jyeshtha Nakshatra can represent you are very brave. You have that social skills. You can actually go out and stand up for a cause and support that. And that is one of the gifts that you have for Ketu in Jyeshtha Nakshatra. And yeah, so that's for Ketu in Jyeshtha Nakshatra. So next one is Mula Nakshatra. Okay, this is the final of Ketu Nakshatra. So Ketu in Mula Nakshatra, I think out of all the other Ketu Nakshatras, this is by far, I would say, all of the roots of Ketu is coming here. And Ketu in Mula Nakshatra can represent your ancestors. Be it your blessing from your ancestors or curse from your ancestors. Why? Even though Magha represents ancestors, Mula is a part of it. Mula is a root of it. So, Ketu in Mula Nakshatra can represent you have the art of or the blessing of your ancestors' ritual. Probably you doesn't even know what is that. Like suddenly one day you woke up and then you'll be like, I'm doing this prayer, I'm going to temple, and you are like joining into that prayer and it changed your life. That's the type of energy I'm talking about here. And also Ketu in Mula Nakshatra, whatever the root cause is, either you or whoever is coming in front of you, I don't know. We have to look at the placement. Especially 1-7 exists and 4-10. Yes, it's very strong. And if there is any kind of a bad aspect, it is not going to help you out at all. So Ketu and Mula Nakshatra, you are the people who can actually go like digging deep into a sea and then you touch the sea floor, like deepest sea ever. How does it feel? It's like achievement, right? And also, but the thing is, the achievement when you look up is like, oh God, I have come this deep. Now what am I going to do? So that's the energy of Mula here. And Ketu naturally represents like investigation, research, any type of even a simple thing as like any family issues is going on. That's the general thing I'm talking about. So if you have Ketu in Mula Nakshatra, you are the person who will be like the judge. You will investigate both sides. Who is the person who's actually creating these issues? And then we investigate, and then finally we found the root cause. And the root cause is your auntie actually is the one who started this gossip, or your uncle is the one who started this whatever nonsense is this, and then you just found it. When you just discover it, obviously you want to expose it. But the moment you want to expose it, suddenly it becomes everything about you. Everyone is pointing at you and then saying you are the one who did this. If it is in a good placement, you will win. You will win the argument. You will win the whatever issues it is. But if it's not beneficial for you, people will put the blame on you. This placement, I would say it's like curse is curse. There is a curse and there is a blessings, but you gotta be careful with it. Whoever you are coming in contact with, including with your own family. And also Ketu Mula Nakshatra can represent always respect your own traditions. Even though we are living in a new technology, different lifestyle, different centuries, but the more you appreciate that old traditions, that old when I say traditions, it's not like you have that typical mindset. No, when I say tradition, it means like the way you are praying, the way you are. Until today, I'm actually still doing that. I will actually make that fire thing, and then I will go around sage the whole place, my home here, and that is an old tradition, something that I learned from my grandparents. So it is an old tradition, but I'm still keeping it up. So that way I'm saying. But another one thing about Ketu and Mula Nakshatra can represent, you will stuck with the old ways of thinking, which is going to ruin your own self. For example, let's just say, okay, women now they are going to work, they are independent, they are good enough by themselves. But the old ways is toxic. And by toxic, what does it mean? Women have to be in the kitchen only. Women have to only be in the kitchen. Women have to cook. Women have to only do the cleaning and whatsoever it is. That is the old thinking. And that way, it can give stagnant energy. And also, like you're stuck in the old ways of thinking, which is also ruining your own self. So, Ketu in Mula Nakshatra can also represent that a lot of learning will be there, and it is not the easiest thing. I can assure you, it's not the easiest thing ever. It's quite like very tough, especially when coming from the root itself. It's like you have to like pull it and then throw it away. That's the level of energies I'm talking about. Like the old way, the negativity, the toxic things, whatever that we need to unlearn it. So these are the things that you need to be very, very. These are the things that you will actually, even though whatever house it is, still it will come to you. This all of these things. This Ketu in Mula Nakshatra, and also Ketu in Mula Nakshatra. As I said, your hold it up. As I said, Ketu in Mula Nakshatra, you are the one who will be bringing that old tradition into, like, you will let me think that word. How do I say this? Ketu in Mula Nakshatra are the people who have that gift of bringing that old tradition, transforming it in a new age here in this century, and then like deliver it for the new generation, Gen Zs, these people, as in a like a, you will transform it, but in a good way. There's thing about Ketu. There's a thing about Ketu in Mula Nakshatra. You can change that. Okay, I have a good example. Like old traditional or spiritual mantras, you can now change it and then bring it as in like a new song or into hip hop, into some kind of new version of it, but you are bringing it into a new technology. There's like hip hop is like it's like currently it's just happened, right? Like previous old tradition doesn't have hip hop or anything, but you bring that old thing, you are bringing it into a new, you are putting it as in a new kind of a version, and then you are delivering it to this generation to learn it. So the learning is still ongoing. The learning is always there, but it's in a new version of it. So that's the energy of Ketu in Mula here. And Ketu in Mula can also represent you are the one who the mantras and also the mantra shastra and also the scriptures, literatures, all of this. You have a gift of that. If you don't have interest of that, traveling. Ketu in Mula Nakshatra can have interest into traveling. Or traveling is actually one of your gifts. Especially in the 12th house, yeah, go for it. That's one thing about Ketu in Mula Nakshatra. If in a general term, I would say Ketu in Mula Nakshatra can represent you can become a very good judging person. Judging can be bad as well, but you can be someone who is the middle person when it comes to the family. For example, you have Ketu in Mula Nakshatra and you are a housewife. So whatever issues happen in your family, you are the person who will be ended up solving that, because you have that gift of solving the issues, resolving the problems. That's one of your gifts of Ketu in Mula Nakshatra. So next one is Ketu in PurvaAshada, and which house it is placed. So Ketu in PurvaAshada, these are the placements. You really have that talent of putting things together, which means something is happening, or you are learning something, you are learning, and then most other people don't understand. They will take this as a different thing, and then this one is another thing. But you are the person who will be like, oh, this is why this has happened. Like, you can connect the dots. You are the person who can also have very good analytical skills. So you can actually perform well when you are working into any kind of these skills, like problem solving skills or analytical skills, or you are someone who want to resolve issues. Ketu will actually give you a very good judgmental skills as well, just like previously in Ketu in Mula Nakshatra. PurvaAshada can represent that whenever you are being analytical, whenever you are being very practical, you may tend to be less emotional, or mind over emotion, or mind over emotion, or mind over matter, this type of things. And the problem is, if you can't balance, if you are not balancing between your emotion and also your mind, it will become a battle that you will face within yourself. So Ketu in PurvaAshada are the people who need to have that balanced mind. Look at where is your mood, and you always need to have that balance, that stability. You have to bring it here. And Ketu in PurvaAshada can represent that if you don't have interest in maths, then try something else, because Ketu in PurvaAshada, if you want to enhance your gift, try to do Sudoku or something that makes your mind works. These are the placements that can actually, previously I have said there are some placements that they need to work hard rather than work smart. But for you, for this placement, this Ketu, you have to be work smart rather than harder, even though it's in a Capricorn. This is one of the placements that represents you have to be very using your mind rather than into action. So you can actually have there's one usually like a puzzles, jigsaw, you can try all of this. And also Ketu in this placement, whenever you are talking, or whenever you are you want to have that social interaction, even with your friends, with your family, with anyone. You have that good social skills. Unless this Ketu is like not well placed, then yeah, you can have that anxiety, you can have that issues, you can have that you are not really very social person, you can have that very hard for you to actually socializing. So that is one issue. But Ketu in a PurvaAshada, this makes you, even though you don't like it, you still have to represent yourself into the public, into the social circles. You have to. It's literally like you can't run away. You have to do it. So yeah, that's the energy here. That's not a gift. That is like a this curse here. So, but one thing, Ketu here can makes you, whatever that you are thinking, whatever that you are trying to identifying it, you are actually correct. You actually will eventually get the right answer. Well, for whatever it is, you will definitely get that. So that's why I say you have that analytical, you have that good judgments. You can have that. But please make sure you don't have that any bad aspect, because bad aspect can make you very bad judgmental person as well. So you gotta be careful. And also Ketu in PurvaAshada can also represents that whenever that you doing your work, or you want to like start a business or something, make sure you are following your tradition prayer or tradition ritual. It's actually beneficial for you for this placement. Definitely it is beneficial. And also this placement, you can start with the beach mantra. It actually helps you for Ketu to actually enhance your gift more and to show you the way like to increase your intuition and increase your Ketu's, for example, Ketu in the 10th house and Ketu in a PurvaAshada. So probably you may misjudge people, or your intuition like not really strong. So you take that decision or whatever regarding your career, regarding your workplace, all of this. So when you start that beach mantra, it actually enhances it. It makes your mind stronger and helps you to overcome all of this negative energies around you, around your workplace, and also makes your mind stronger and just to focus on your work and achieve success. That's the end of Ketu and PurvaAshada here. So that's for PurvaAshada. So next, UttaraAshada. So Ketu and UttaraAshada. Ketu and UttaraAshada can represent later success, and also this can represent, even though you don't want to have that leadership skills, I wouldn't say leadership skills, that leadership position, leadership work, or these are the people who actually I have seen, they don't want to really like want to be don't want to have a team, they don't want to have that to be in the lead position, yet they have no choice. That is the position of this. And Ketu and UttaraAshada can represent, you can have some kind of especially if this is in the 10th house or first house, 7th house, all of this, This can represent you can have a break in career, and but every time the break comes, it will always enhance you to the better. It always do that. And Ketu in UttaraAshada can also represent that you may have multiple skills, but you are not multitasking person. Okay, what does that mean? It means you will have multiple talent, multiple skills, whatever that you accumulated from your past life, right? It will come in a certain stage, after a certain time of your life, certain period of your life. It won't come together. If it comes together, probably it's like a one or two, or like you have two skills and you're balancing it, but it won't come together like all together. No, probably in your early life you were doing something else. Okay, for example, you were in a sales, and then your mid-20s you were doing media, and then in your late 30s you were doing engineering, and then in your late 40s you were having your own business. This is the energy that I'm talking about. That's how it will come. So Venus Ketu in UttaraAshada. Ketu in UttaraAshada can also represent, as I said previously, you have to take that leadership skills because it is one of your natural skills, one of your natural gifts from Ketu, from your past life. So there's no run away. You can't run away. And also this placement can also represent at one point in your life you will work for yourself, like a own business person, or you just work for yourself. You don't have anyone above you. You don't have anyone below you. You don't have a boss, you don't have a co-worker, or you don't have anyone work for you. You just work for yourself. That's it. This can happen in your life if you are someone. This can also, if your Mercury is actually in a good position, this can actually give the person to have interest in business. But the problem is they can't have team. This because of the fact Ketu UttaraAshada can make the person to be in their solitude. They actually appreciate their solitude so nicely. Like these are the people actually who likes to be in their solitude, in their own space. They don't really want to mingle with much of people. They love to work for themselves, for their own good. That's the energy of Ketu in UttaraAshada. Yeah. And also Ketu in UttaraAshada can make you the person who, if you want something, you have to work for it. If you should be balance of work smart and work hard. Both of it should be present. Both of it should be there. You can't be like just work smart. That is for other nakshatras, not for you. For other patients it can happen, but not for you. For you, you have to be work smart and work hard. Both of it should be there. That is your talent. That is your gift for you to do it. And also Ketu here can represent, you will definitely have that detachments, very strong detachments. The more you are growing old, you would never have, you are the person who literally don't care about the titles that were given to you. You are the person who will be like, no, I don't want to be a CEO. I'm fine with this one, whatever that I'm doing, all of this. But it will come into your life that you have to accept that there's no way for you to run. You have to accept that title that is given to you, the position that is given to you. It's like I have no choice, but I have to accept it. It's the energy of Ketu in UttaraAshada. So you are forced to be a leader. That is the team of Ketu in UttaraAshada people. So please accept it. There's no runaway for you. You gotta be accepting it. So that's for Ketu in UttaraAshada. And next one is a Ketu in a Sharavan. Ketu is Sharavan Nakshatra. Your gift is actually you are a good listener. If you have this in 1-7 axis or 4-10 axis, this is going to be, you are the someone who is very good consultant, or you are the counseling person. Even you don't need to be the professional one, but people will come to you and then they will cry about their issues, about their problems, about their whatever it is. They will cry to you, and then you will just sit there and then listen to them because you are a great listener. So that is your gift. And Ketu and Sharavan Nakshatra can also represent your intuition is very strong, and also whatever you are doing, like to increase your intuition, you can do meditation, you can do like yoga practice, you can do the like spiritual ritual, whatever it is. But it is always the third time is the one that works for you. For example, first you try meditation, it doesn't work for you, okay, done. And then second, you try to do the tantric mantras, it doesn't work for you, okay, then. And then third, you were trying the prayer, certain type of praying, and then doing the writing the mantras, and then it works for you. So this is the energy of Ketu here. Ketu will test you a lot, and Ketu is also will make sure you work for your spirituality. If you didn't work for it, he's not going to give it to you. So you always need to work for it. And also, there's the lucky charm for you. It is always a try will be like the best thing for you to work. So Ketu in the Sharavan Nakshatra can also represent, as I said, you are meant to come into this life to actually listen to other person's issues. You have no choice. Sometimes you don't need to give any advice or any kind of, not even utter a word to them. Just listen. Because people tend to see you as someone who is a good listener, or someone who is like releasing their burden or releasing their problems just by talking to you. They feel relief. So it's a gift. I mean, it sounds like a curse, obviously, because you have to listen to other people's problem. I know it's not the easiest thing, but the thing is, you have that gift. So every time you are listening to someone else's problem and you feel like heavy, I would really suggest for you to actually first learn how to cleanse yourself and also remove that someone else's pain from yourself. It's really very important for you to do that. You don't want to carry someone else's issues within yourself. So first of all, find what spiritual thing, is it meditation, is it like a prayer, is it like a mantras, what is working for you? Find that one, and once you find that, then you can just be a free consultant, or you can actually make money through it. If you want to, just go professional, learn, study, or actually practice, and then do it. So that is the gift of Sharavan Nakshatra from Ketu. So next is Dhanistha Nakshatra. So Ketu in a Dhanistha Nakshatra, this can represent you are the best drum player who is coming into this lifetime to actually become mute. Okay, what do I mean by that? Dhanistha can represent in your previous life you would be someone who's very loud. You would be someone who's like stand for a cause, and you were helping people who were like weak people, all of this. But during Dhanistha Nakshatra in this lifetime, you came here to actually lead a very silent life. Someone who's like having like very ordinary life. You are like a neutral person. You don't like going into in the both extreme, like you are not supporting for any kind of things that are going on, but at the same time you are not like ignoring it. It's like you know what's happening and you are doing whatever part that you can, you are doing, but you are doing in a silent way. Because Ketu in Dhanistha can also represent you naturally have that gift of music, be it creating a music or be it like you have like instrument, learning piano, drum, and also you want to learn the violin or any of this. But first thing you need to find out which one is your interest, and then you invest yourself into that. And also Ketu here can represent if you are someone who have this type of interest and you are not investing yourself, you are not going to learn, or you are not like putting any effort into it, you are not going to get it. Why? Because Ketu here represents you must put your effort first. Even to gain your past life gift, you must put the effort, or else it's nothing. Even though you have that interest, or you feel like you have passion for the guitar, for the violin, but you didn't put the effort. So if there's no effort, it's nothing. So your gift here is your musical things, and also to lead that very ordinary life. Not everyone actually understand that, but if you do, then yeah. So Ketu in Dhanistha can represent in your previous life you already had everything, and this lifetime you just came here to be that ordinary person, a normal person, and have that interest, that hobbies. Hobbies is very important. Like it is the gift that you will find through your hobbies. That's why I say invest yourself. First of all, try it. Like is it be it music or artwork or any kind of cooking, whatever it is. Try it first and see. Do you have interest in that? Do you have that? You feel like, oh, I kind of like to do this, so I'm actually doing it. So that's the thing. That way you will actually find what is your interest for this placement. So yeah, that's for Ketu in Dhanistha Nakshatra. And then next one is Ketu in Shatabhishak Nakshatra. So Ketu in Shatabhishak Nakshatra can actually represent you, even though you don't have interest into this latest new technologies or whatever it is, but it will come to you. Your gift itself is the technologies. Whatever the technology that is coming up, it is a gift for you. If you don't use it, it's like a loss for you. So, I mean, when internet came out, when the phone actually came out, we used the phone for what? Just to call, to speak to someone. But now we can do everything in the phone, and we can deliver email, we can order the food, we can order things, any of this stuff. Now life is like in the phone. So, but if you ask someone who was like on the century of the first time when the phone came, do you think they know like, oh, this is going to happen? No, nobody does. So that time, people who were ignoring all of these technologies, They may have suffered when phone became the important thing because they didn't learn the technologies, and that become an issue. That is a thing that may happen to you if you are not someone who is not willing to learn the technologies, the upgrading skills, the new technologies that is coming up. You must actually invest yourself into that. The more you invest yourself into technologies, I will say go and buy all the latest phone, get the best thing, best technologies, whatever it is, or try the AI, chat GPT, whatever it is. No, but I will say appreciate it. Why? Because Shatabhishak is also the process the healers. So here not one healers, okay? There's tons of healers for the Shatabhishak. And one of it is actually into technologies. Why? It's fall into the Aquarius. Aquarius is the new age. The new age technologies. And especially Rahu is now transiting. It is going to be like a burst. Now it's going to be like new things is going to coming up more and more. So Ketu in Shatabhishak here, this can also represent you doesn't need to leave your old culture, old tradition, anything. No, you can have that, but at the same time you have to appreciate the new technologies and new age things. By the way you are having this both balance, this will actually help you to actually gain that wealth. Ketu will actually give that wealth. And Ketu here also can represent Ketu in Shatabhishak. You are someone who would go for the traditional medicines more than the modern medicines. Just given medicine or you have to go for the treatment, that one works for you. So you have to appreciate both sides of it. You can't go extreme on either side. No, it doesn't work. So Ketu here always represents that you have to have that balance. So don't always be stuck in one belief and then you are forgetting the technologies and everything, because it can happen if there is any kind of aspects that malefic is there, then can happen. So always appreciate that. And also this can represent Ketu here. Social media, I have seen people who had more than, not only Rahu actually, people who have Rahu in a Shatabhishak. Ketu here can also make the person to be a social media handler, who can actually make money through social media, who can make money through technologies. Who knows, you started a gadget shop and then you are making money through it. It is still technology, right? So Ketu in a Shatabhishak Nakshatra, that is your gift. Enhance, use the technology for your benefit. So that's for Ketu in Shatabhishak. Next, Ketu in PurvaBhadrapada. Ketu in PurvaBhadrapada. Okay, Ketu in PurvaBhadrapada can represent that. These are the placements that can make you a bit stagnant energy. So Ketu will test you a lot. In these placements, I have seen people who have this phobia, or they will have this fear. Unnecessary fears can happen. But the moment they just step out of their comfort zone, everything works for them. Everything works for them. Their comfort zone is actually the curse. Once they step out of it, it's your gift. That is the best example. best explanation I can give for the Ketu in PurvaBhadrapada Nakshatra. And Purva also represents that you may have like a early success and everything, and probably in your later life you don't really have much of interest for the success of anything, or you may look for the success in your later life, but it doesn't happen unless, as I said, you always need to step out of your comfort zone. If you didn't step out of your comfort zone, it may never work for you. Also, this placement I have seen Ketu in PurvaBhadrapada. Once they are settled anywhere, in any house, they are changing house, they are going to a new house. The moment they settle down and they get comfort, it doesn't work for them. Suddenly it becomes like chaos. So never make yourself comfort. It doesn't work for you. Ketu in PurvaBhadrapada is one thing. Never get settled. Never get like a very comfy, very comfortable, or very fixed-minded. That will backfire you. You always need to be very open-minded and always accept the change, and also see there's a two different perspectives. We always say that. So always have that open mind and accept the new perspective, new changes that is coming up. Because if you don't accept that, it is going to really, really hard for you to accept. When Ketu is giving that change, Ketu is giving that transformation, that is going to be very hard for you. So whenever you feel like you are getting comfortable, wake up.
So, Ketu in PurvaBhadrapada. So, Ketu in PurvaBhadrapada, that's the one thing that I was talking about, and it is all about your comfort zone. If you are leaving your comfort zone, you can actually make a lot of differences in your life and achieve whatever that you want. So that is the main theme about PurvaBhadrapada. So next we are going for UttaraBhadrapada, which is Ketu in UttaraBhadrapada. Ketu in UttaraBhadrapada is one of the placement where you can actually manifest most of the things if only you actually follow this. You know how there is a lot of things that is going on currently that you can look at the manifestations and all of these techniques people are doing it. This placement is actually one of the easiest placement that I have ever seen, Ketu in UttaraBhadrapada, to actually manifest. But unfortunately these people, as you all know, this placement is coming under the Capricorn, the last two zodiacs. So this actually shows this person do believe their hard works and everything, but the thing is you need to believe a bit of magic as well. So for this placement, if you are someone who is into all of this manifestations and everything, you guys should try it. So this will actually work. For example, you are manifesting for a car, for something that you want, and you are writing the there is a Tesla's manifestations, and then there is mantras, all of this. So you guys can follow that, and you need to do it. The only thing that I have seen with the Ketu UttaraBhadrapada is to be consistent with whatever that you are manifesting. If previously, if you have seen, I would have said for others that maybe you just should forget whatever that you are manifesting and just focus on what you are doing, what you are working about. But here this is going to show that you have to be very goal oriented person, and you need to be like 24/7. You have to be like focus what you exactly want in your life, and that's the only way Ketu in UttaraBhadrapada actually works for you, and the gifts actually will be given from the Ketu, the Lord Ketu. So that's for Ketu in UttaraBhadrapada. So the last one is Ketu in Revati Nakshatra, the last phase, and also it is the ocean of wisdom. So here Ketu in Revati Nakshatra, the one thing that I have seen about this placement is, first of all, don't give your knowledge for free for anyone, because it will backfire you. So be very careful with that, and also make sure you do have some kind of very strong boundaries between yourself and also other people, because or else people will take advantage of your kindness as well your wisdom. They may take your knowledge and claim it theirs. So you gotta be careful with that. So Ketu in Revati Nakshatra, as I said, that knowledge is everything. Always respect your gurus, and even with Jupiter retrograde, please be very careful, because there can be issues with the teachers, gurus, or all of this masters whenever this is coming up, because of the fact it is your previous life karma. But here in this lifetime, you are here to actually make that importance of education, importance of knowledge, importance of wisdom, rather than you are being against it. So Ketu and Revati Nakshatra, you need to help a lot of for the charity. If you are helping for the charity, if you're helping for the children, make sure you are helping them for their education, for their knowledge. You are teaching, or you are getting some kind of books for them, or you are spending money for their educations. This is actually a very good way. This is actually the most easiest way to manifest whatever gift that you want from Ketu. Ketu will definitely help you out. So that's the main theme about Ketu in Revati Nakshatra. And I'm very sorry regarding the audio. I really tried, and if you guys can see, this is like a 2 hours nearly video. I have no heart to actually delay this one, but yeah, it just happens, and I'm still trying to figuring out how to edit this and all of that. But as you can see, this last phase of videos is actually gone, so I am doing this voiceover right now, and hopefully it works. So yeah, thank you so much, you guys have watched until this, and I truly appreciate that. So yeah, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because that helps me a lot. Okay, thank you, bye bye.